What's up, guys? It's Kevin here. A couple weeks ago I made a video on changing the oil field. I had a couple questions on there. It's easier for me just to make a video, honestly, because I don't have time to answer the questions, to be honest with you. One of the questions was GoPro on the helmet, so we can see what kind of work we do. I answered that question. You can't have any cameras, cell phones, and stuff on site. Right now, to be perfectly honest with you, it's not the best time to join. It was booming a little while ago. I know they just stacked out a couple of our rigs and stuff. Luckily, it wasn't one of mine. Hasn't been stacked up. We just got picked up by another oil company, so we should have a couple more wells left. I went over 4 or 5 things last video about, oil field change work and what to expect and to be prepared and stuff like that. I think I pretty much covered everything other than, how to get hired. So most companies, there's a bunch of different ones out there. All you got to do is go to oil field companies, oil field drilling companies. You pick the one you want. They're all pretty much the same. I don't really think legally I can give names where I work for one. The one I work for now, one of the top ones, I know that they pay their floor hands better than they pay anybody else. And that's what I have as a floor hand. A floor hand's job consists of making connections, cleaning the rig. I mean, you've got a wide range, at least in my job, I got a wide range of things that I do. I could one minute be making a connection, and the next minute I could be, helping Derek Hand change out his shaker screens. It just depends on what it is. One thing I'm going to tell people out there right now is if you're lazy, or and I don't want to say lazy because I think everybody has potential. If you're lazy and you get your feelings hurt easy, don't go out there because you're just going to waste your time. I think the most important thing to have, when you go out there, you're just going to have to expect to be treated like shit. Like I said in the first video, you're going to be tested. They're going to push you. They're going to try and see what what you're made of, and that's it. And you're going to have to prove them. And so, for those of you out there who were asking me about careers, you just go to the website. You're going to want to click on, depending on where you live. I know Texas, if you live around Texas area, or if you're willing to travel to Texas area, I know they got a lot of rigs out there. A lot. That's what the majority of our rigs are. Actually, the majority of our rigs are offshore rigs. That's an option too. If you're able to get a visa and a passport and you don't mind going offshore for 6 months at a time, you can make more money in half a year than most people do in 3. So, that's an option too. But you're stuck out there for 6 months. Don't expect to be going home. That's mostly for the people out there, kids out there who don't have a family or who don't mind being away from their family. You go to your careers, most of them will say floor hand, entry level position, or something like that. You're going to want to click on that unless you have experience, of course. In this video, it doesn't really apply to you. But if you don't have any experience, you're going to want to build a resume. On that resume, I would put, you don't mind standing for 12 hours. I don't give a shit if it's a lie or not. Say, I don't mind standing for 12 hours. Hard worker, blah, 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 blah. Spice it up a little bit. So if you don't know anybody in the oil field, it's actually kind of hard to get on. So, I didn't know anybody, honestly, when I went on. I knew one person, but he hadn't been there very long, so his credibility out there wasn't perfect, you know what I mean? Just expect when you go out there to, if you do get on, just kind of expect it to be different. It's a completely different world out there. It really is. I can't even explain half the shit that goes on there. I know that it's a dangerous job. Number one thing I can say to you guys right now, if you are going out there, is, a lot of companies preach safety, 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 safety. You know, safety this, safety that, safety this. Sometimes there's just jobs out there that you cannot do safely. You know, sometimes there's jobs that you are going to have to kind of not be safe, and you're going to have to just deal with it as it comes. And if you can't do it, then, you know, I hate to say it might not be the job for you. I mean, they're not going to ask you to do some crazy ass, oh, go climb the derricks without a cable on, or, you know what I mean? But there is certain shit out there, like, that you're going to have to do. I haven't encountered it yet. I haven't really seen it at my company yet. The company I work for, they're a good company to work for. They'll take care of you. Last hitch, I rolled my car on my way to the job site. Couldn't find out where the hell it was. My tool pusher was the first one on scene. I called him, I think, last, but he was the first one on scene, mainly because he was close to the rig. But, you know, I mean, you got a group of guys out there that you're living with for 2 weeks. And when I say living, I mean living. You're in the same damn house. Sorry, you're on the phone. You work together all the damn time. If you can't get along with the guys you work with, you're pretty much fucked. Excuse my language. You're gonna hate life. You're not gonna like being out there. You're not gonna want to be out there. It's just the way it is. Go to your careers, click on entry-level position. I just can't stress this enough, because I see a lot of people, especially younger kids, come out there, 18, 19, 20, or 21, 22, you know, whatever the age, come out there and they get ran off. And it's not because of, it's because of their work ethics mainly, but I mean, it's not a big deal for them. Guys like me and a couple other guys I work with who are getting up there in age, I mean, I'm not that old, but I'm older. Career changes are rough. They're rough on families, and if you don't think you can make it out there, don't even waste your time, because it's just, you know, especially if you have a job now, you never know if that job's going to be there when you get back. And that was my issue. You know, I had to actually sit down and think about it. I've been with the company before I left for a long time, and I had to think, is this right for me? And sometimes there's days out there where you're like, shit, I hate this shit. I wish I wouldn't have done it. Then there's other days where it's like, you know what, this is badass. I love this job. I'm just making this video to kind of give some information, some education to people out there who don't know that much about the oil field, who maybe don't know, you know, what it is. I can't really get into everything that there is, because I don't know what the other rigs look like. All I can tell you is our rig, you know. It's just a drilling rig. It's crazy. The shit that you see is crazy. It's an experience, and it's something that if you can stick with it, you're going to make a shit ton of money, and I can guarantee that. I mean, I guarantee you're going to make so much money, it's not even... It's one of... my motorman calls it, excuse my language, it's called FU money, fuck you money, you know, FU money, I should have said that, but that's what it is, and it's true. It's because you make so much money, you're just like, F it, I don't care, you know. It's a lot of money for 2 weeks worth of work, for 6 months. If you got kids, I'm going to tell you right now, if you have small children, it is hard at first, but it's getting to the point now where, and most companies, most oil companies base 2 weeks on, 2 weeks off. I love it. I love my schedule, because then I get to spend 2 weeks with my kids, my family, straight, without any interruption, you know. I mean, you can work over, there's an option there, and they'll let you. If you're a good worker, you can work a month straight, and I mean, that's 20, depending on what you make or what position you are, I mean, that's around $20,000 a month. Who wouldn't want to make that, you know? And there's also these guys who come out here for 6 months and save a bunch of money and then bounce. And this video is not for you guys, because if you're doing that shit, you're stupid. Because if you would just stick with it, you would see that, you know, it doesn't take that long to become a pusher or a driller even. And driller and pushing's where it's at. And then from there, you can go wherever the hell you want. You can be a superintendent, or you can go be a company man. And those guys are that's where the money's at, is the company man. I can't really log into it and see all the questions that you guys asked me. Sorry. Anyways, because like I said in the first video, no cameras. I can't have a camera out there. I can tell you that the rig is huge. It all breaks down and moves, which is crazy to see. You're gonna work long hours. It's gonna suck. Ibuprofen will be your best friend. You can't be on prescription medication when you're out there on any rig. You can't be on Xanax. You can't be on Lortabs. You can't be on shit like that. I don't care if your doctor prescribed it or not. They're gonna make you get off it. So if you have a condition where you have to take Adderall or Xanax or something, you're not going to be able to take it out there. I mean, you can take it without them knowing, of course, but I'm not advising you to do that, because the first time the piss wagon comes out, you're gone. But I just wanted to try to answer all the questions. I should have wrote them down. I'm driving, you know. Right now I'm going to go out and shoot some coyotes. I mean, this is freaking zip. I know last time I made a video, I was only a couple weeks in. Now that I've got some experience and know the shit that's going on, hopefully be motors here soon. It's a good job. I mean, they've stacked a bunch of rigs out, but that doesn't mean shit, because the oil-based industry, if anybody's ever worked in it, one day it's booming, one it's not, you know? Anyways, my name's Kevin. If you guys have any other questions about anything, I'm glad to answer them. Sorry I couldn't get to any of them, really. I'm driving. I guess I should have done when I wasn't driving. The only one that I remember was the GoPro. No cameras. Not even a cell phone. Leave that shit at home. One more thing that I can say that I've seen kind of destroy someone. Leave your family drama at home. I work with a guy who's got family drama, and it torments him. And you can see it in his face. And you can see it in his eyes when he's just walking around doing nothing. And you know what? That's his work ethic from before his family kind of, his life took a shit. I'm not going to say his name, but he was an awesome worker. Leave the shit at home. You're out there for your family. You're not out, I mean, let's see, if you don't have a family, you're out there for yourself. But the majority of the people out who are out there, like me and the people that I work with, we all got families, we all got kids, and that's the only reason we're out there. So, I mean, there's some kids out there like the Derek Hand on my old crew, who, you know, is a badass worker. He's kind of an asshole, whatever, but he's a good worker. So he doesn't have a family, so he can work as much as he wants. They have that option. Most oil companies do. If you're gonna get on with one, look them up. Fill out your resume, fill out your application, put it in. If you're gonna go with the company I work for, H&P, I mean, I'd rather you not use my name, so, because I don't really want to vouch for people I don't know, so please don't put my name down on a resume and say you see me on YouTube, and keep that shit, because I don't even know if I'm supposed to be making videos or whatnot. Next video, when I get back to the rig, and we're going to be doing a rig move, I will try to get some shots for, I can't remember who it was who asked. I'll get some shots for you. I do have some pictures and shit. I'll upload those too as well, but I'll try to get, you know, some video shots of the rig move, so you can kind of get an idea of what the rig looks like and stuff like that. But if you go to any, you know, H&P.com, you can look at the rigs, you can see the shit they're doing, so, and you can get an idea. It's dangerous shit, it's rewarding shit, it's good ass money, great health benefits. My health benefits are freaking stellar compared to where I used to work. The company pays for most of them. I mean, in reality, it's a good company to work for. Most oil companies will pay for them. The one thing I didn't mention in the last video was if you're going to be out, you know, in the Rockies, Wyoming, Utah, that area out here, Colorado, it's just a lot of it's OBM, oil-based mud. You're going to hate that shit. The shit gets everywhere. It ruins your clothes. You're going to need a new pair of boots every 2 weeks. That shit is horrible. I hate it. Most companies pay you OBM, oil-based pay, but that shit is horrible. So just be prepared. If you're planning on working out here, if you do get hired out here in the Rockies somewhere, you're going to be working on what's called oil-based mud. Don't get that shit in your eyes. It gets all over your skin. It takes an hour to shower. that's another thing to be prepared about. So until next time, my name's Kevin. If you guys have any other questions, just freaking shoot them down. I'll try to answer them all.